Hello everyone, No Life here, and today I have a spicy sissy build that I don't believe anyone's done before. I don't know how they never done this build, but hey, if I'm lit to the party, so be it. But this is a build that I ended up experimenting with after I seen that they went ahead and finally fixed tracker tag on sissy. So, ironically, I ended up kind of ditching this a little bit and going for something a bit more DPS heavy. However, later on, I'll kind of show off another build that you can go ahead and try out that utilizes tracker tag. But although I have slippery in this build and violent, those aren't going to be the main focus of the build. The main focus is going to be on linger here, which is a perk that I feel like is super slept on with Sissy. So this build focuses on her left side of tree, which is arguably her weakest side of tree, as to be frank here, it heavily relies on her three unique perks that you can find over here to really make her effective. As if you don't use any of those three perks, you're probably not going to really get much done with Sissy, honestly. So the main goal of this build is for you to poison victims as much as possible using Lingerer. For those of you who do not know what Lingerer does, it makes Sissy's cloud last longer. That's cool and all. It's not the main thing that's really going to help you get kills though. It's the last bit here, which increases the diameter of her poison clouds by 300 centimeters. For those of you who do not know anything about mathematics, or well, rather measurements, 300 centimeters is about 9 feet. So that's basically 1.5 Connie's. Um, I'm sorry, 1.5 Bubba's. Connie's only like 5'6". What am I saying here? But anyway, corny jokes aside, don't let the centimeters things fool you. 300 is already a big number. And no matter what kind of measurement you attach to it, it's huge. You guys are going to see in game. I have a lot of perfect examples, hence why I chose this clip, as this avoids me having to use other bits and clips around here. We just make it straight up a gameplay video. It's massive. I call it a nuke cloud because it's practically unavoidable when you shoot a poison cloud at a victim to the point that you could almost do it while you're directly chasing victims in a lot of instances. I'll admit I'm a little scary. I didn't actually try running behind a victim and doing it, but I've definitely tried running in front of him and doing it, and it worked. So, Violet is literally there just to kind of add a bit of a win more to the situation and allow me to really do some serious damage with Sissy once I got her ramped up on blood. And Slippery is there to just kind of help me keep the pressure on victims. And you'll see the combination of you moving 15% faster, which is scout levels of speed, and poisoning a victim, it really lets you really just get behind him and just start just tearing into him. So for a grandpa perk, I have swinging for the fences on. This makes it so my standard consumption on melees is 25% less. Fortunately, either you're going to have to sacrifice some blood to level it up, or hope that you have someone like Nancy or Cook to help with that. Typically, I only use this build when I have a support character with me anyway, so never mind the fact Sissy's the support character, we're doing a DPS roll on her here. She's putting that hat on. But if you didn't want to go for swing for the fist, you can also trade it out for well-fed youngins. This is another perk I feel like is super slept on. Being able to get 50 stamina, which is basically half your bar back every time Grandpa screams, which you'll be doing a lot once he's at level 3 anyway, is huge. As this can stop you from stabbing when you're attacking victims. Instead, give you plenty of stamina to go ahead and finish the chase off. Now, for the kill here, we'll be doing her new execution pack 4 kill, Hush Child. So we'll see how many of those I'll be able to show off for you guys with this video. And for her stats, we got 27 of the savagery. In my opinion, you need to have Sissy savagery somewhere around 24 to 37 if you can manage to get it that high. 24 is about when Sissy actually starts to become threatening damage-wise. As anything less, and you're just going to be tickling victims. And let's be honest, all victims run 50 toughness, especially as of this update where they managed to bug endurance here to get on them. So now there's no reason to run that anymore. People are back to endurance. I'm sorry, toughness only. Didn't touch harvested. It's not really much of a reason to. Her base harvesting is good anyway. You're just doing some OD blood builds. You go higher than that. Now endurance, another big thing with Sissy. you want to be able to get her endurance at least to 30. Anything below 30, you're going to be spamming all the time and not going to be able to really chase anyone. Her default endurance or something lower than 30 can work if you're just more worried about patrolling exits or really just sitting a small area patrolling an objective. But if you want to be able to DPS with Sissy, it needs to be over 30 or 30 and over. I'm sorry. So now that I've gone ahead and mentioned this build, I'm probably not going to do another video on it, or at least not. I'm sorry, another gameplay clip or showcase or whatever with this video. But I mean, depending on your feedback on this one, let me know at the end here on the comments how you feel. If you want to see me try out my second build in action, I can do that. It's basically the same build, but I trade out damage for endurance, so I'll be a little more uh, unrelenting in chase. I hit a little softer, but it's not that big of a difference. Maybe it'll take me one extra hit on the victim if they're like pretty tanky, but you could go ahead and throw tracker tagged on this one. You'd be a little less, again, relentless in chase because you don't have the slippery to kind of speed you up, but you at least will be able to get the help of others by pinging them with tracker tag. I've tested it. This perk indeed does work. And of course, I have a brute shrimp here, which roughly puts her damage around 15 to 20, so that's definitely nothing to sneeze at, as you'll be pumping out 40% extra damage, somewhere around that number at least, with both of these combined. So you could actually, honestly, even put brute shrimp on my other build here too, but again, that's all totally up to you. So now that we went ahead and looked at everything I have going for Sissy here, oops, almost forgot to look at what I'm doing perk-wise here. So I'm weird. Spoiler now, the map we're on was Nancy's house. Whenever I go to Nancy's house, I actually like to switch out the bleed damage for electronics. This lets me poison the battery and generator. I'll admit I didn't get to poison the gen. I usually do, but days got kind of hectic fast, so I never got around to it. But I swear I did poison something with this eventually in the game. I like doing reload speed as being able to get your poisons faster, and I'm going to be poisoning victims a lot. This is clutch. And I went ahead and just did the duration as being able to poison it for that long is necessary. I think the normal duration is maybe 10 seconds, 8 minimum. I could be wrong. But it would be a bad idea to go ahead and put the cloud duration on as with linger just to make it over a minute. But at the same time, I have linger on, so it's probably somewhere around a minute anyway. The poison cloud since they last pretty long to me during this, but again, this is all up to you. If you want to just do the generic duration, um, cloud duration, well, poison duration, cloud duration, and bleed, again, you can make that work too. You could switch it to this way too. Again, whatever works for you. Just again, this is the bread and butter. Put this on and poison as much as you can, and trust me, you'll love the results you get there. So, long-winded intros aside, let's go ahead and get into the game and see how we do. But little disclosure, I was looking at a previous game that I also go ahead and say didn't quite go the way I wanted it to. So the intro is going to be a little choppy and weird, but just ignore that. And the fact that I was definitely AFK looking at said video. It went well. I'm going to spoil it. I was very happy with this video, and this is what I'm showing here. So let's get into it.
Just a black poison one. Died to be one.
All right, so starting out here, I'm weird. I have a ritual I like to do on this map where I try to latch as many of these doors as possible. It's perfect for Sissy because she can actually gap. So if that vent behind me is open, I would have crawled through there and latched that as well. But being able to latch these makes it so if someone does break upstairs, which especially when not playing as cook, is probably inevitable, it kind of restricts their movements and potentially can get you a kill if you can catch them out. So Connie, of course, rushed upstairs immediately. That's this map for you. It's very easy to get upstairs and rush that garage. So that's a good thing about having the support characters for this map is they spawn in a house. So if you're more worried about them coming up immediately, you can of course come down. If I see their points are around 200 already, I usually just go straight down, don't bother lodging anything or whatever. But for this instance here, again, what I was talking about earlier when I said things got crazy fast, I seen we have another person in the garage here, so I had to sacrifice locking this door here, so I'll go ahead and help out Johnny. So I'm not sure if you guys heard it, but Anna was in her ability right around the time she started grappling Johnny. That's why I didn't poison her. If you guys do not know, Anna's immune to poison effects during her ability, so I just had to go ahead and hit her. Ironically, it did end Ash.
Perk.
She beat Johnny to grapple, but as you can see here, it was already too late.
This is pointless, you know. Quit stalling.
I know you're still here, sunshine. Don't fight it. Just give in, sweetie. How does that feel? Don't fight me! Do not fight me!
Take this!
They're gonna love this. I guess I can't save you after all. It won't be long now, sunshine. I am sorry it had to come to this. I really am. This could have been so much easier for you, sunshine. When the eagle flies, we will lie under the sun. This one
Now, another huge thing about Linger is it actually lets you poison victims through walls. So that's why I just poisoned and walked away even before I seen Nancy. I knew a long time ago. If they were sitting in that corner over there, I would have revealed them. I also use family vision a lot, and you guys should. As me seeing that Johnny's over there investigating the battery, to know Connie must have snuck in there. It might have been Julie as she wailed from around that area, but I was hoping he would have been able to sniff her out so I could catch her down in the basement, assuming she wailed. However, spoiler, that did not happen.
This court of law, they hide my words. The truth
ain't
in
asking too
words
much before you
you've
go.
never heard. Why do they fear and see in me inside themselves? I know you see. Oh, love, my love. Look at your love. Oh, love, my love. Look at your love.
So, fortunately, the problem with poisoning batteries and even key items is unlike actually hitting with a cloud, doesn't reveal them. You don't have to get any kind of point scoring telling you that they were poisoned. So, with a lot of those items in electronics, if you poison a victim, you kind of have to be there to really capitalize off of it. So, I did it for the hell of it. Maybe if I caught Connor in that battery, if she got it off, I might have been able to poison her, get her before she got to the gate. But, it's wishful thinking. Now, another important thing is looking at the scoreboard. So if you guys wonder why I keep glancing at it, I'm monitoring points and seeing if anything changes or how high it is and etc. And I happened to notice that her points went up by 200, which means she opened a gate. So I went ahead and got out of there, risked her potentially sneaking in or whatever. As I was pretty certain that she was trying to do something else. I thought maybe she was trying to sneak in through the house from another door, but besides the fact there was two her there, everything still seemed to be locked. So I went back to battery until something happened.
You ain't getting away. I'm keeping you.
My leg.
As soon as I seen her go through that trap, I knew it was GG for her. This Connie seems to have not been watching her step. She ran into multiple traps this game, and now she made a final mistake. I didn't even need to poison her because I know she's not getting those. So. Always latch doors when you get people in enclosed areas like this, guys. And with that,
Just
that is going to be the end of this video. So this has been No Life, and if you haven't already, get a life. Oh, yeah, nah. Thanks for watching.